Most garlic comes from Central Asia, and of course we're very familiar with garlic coming from Italy and from France.
What we're doing today, we're going to be doing a little bit of garlic planting and a little bit of broad bean planting. And so we've got our garlic. As you can see, this one here is Germidor or Gourmidor, whichever way you want to say it. And so we've got like a bulb of garlic. Okay. Now garlic, botanical name, Allium sativum, and sativum. Anybody know what sativum means? Oh, interesting. Sativum means sweet, as in sweet chestnut. Castanea sativum. Okay. I think cannabis is cannabis sativum as well. We won't talk about that one. But so sweet. So anything with sativum usually means it's sweet. We can eat it. So so you have a bulb, and what you do, you have to be a bit careful. Don't, you know, you can kind of prise in with your thumb, but you don't want to damage it because that can lead to other problems like neck rot and soft rot. So you want to try and keep your little kind of cloves like that, and you're going to be putting them in that way. But we'll come back to that in a second. But so that's the bulb that we're going to break up into the cloves. So you plant the cloves, the individual ones, and they will make another bulb, which is pretty brilliant, isn't it, really? So that's good. So we'll pop that there. All I'm going to do, a very, very quick fork over. I've set a line down. Okay. We'll just take out any old, just twisting it round a little bit, any couch grass or things or anything we've got like that. We'll put that to one side and we'll just go around like that. So you could get away without doing this and planting if the ground's okay, save a bit of disturbing the ground, but for what we're doing, we'll just give the line a ping, make sure that that is okay. You can push in the stake like that, which will just stretch your line a bit. Use your fork. The fork will be perfectly fine. So I've got that set up and I'm good to go. Now when it comes to planting, you can put garlic in at about 6 inches, 150, or 200, 8 inches. So if you look at your trowel, you'll find from the end to the end of the trowel on these are about 6 inches, 150 mil, 15 centimeters. But if you go to the sort of on some of them there'll be a ferrule where that ends, it'll be about 8 inches, 200 mil, 20 centimeters. Okay. And so all we're going to do with this one is I'm going to put them in at 6 inches, 150, because it's quite a small plot. All right. So I'm going to just get my garlic and I'm just going to put them sort of like that to begin with, and then I'm going to put them in properly in a second. I'm just going to space them, so just the width of the actual spade part, if you like. Just going to place them on the top, and what I'll do is I'll so I'm just going to put 5 in just to give you the idea. You can go right across, or how much garlic you want. If you like garlic, you can put loads in, of course. And what we do is with garlic, people have different ideas on how to plant it. I normally plant it about 1 or 2 centimeters below the surface, because some people have the tips popping out the soil. The problem with that, I found, is that the birds come along, they grab it, and before you know it, it's all over, strewn all over your plot, and you've got to replant it. You can replant it, it's okay. So I prefer now to just a little bit deeper. Don't go too deep though, because onions like good drainage, they like plenty of sunshine, so these are at the moment facing south, so that'll be good for them. So watch out for those. Try not to bruise them to avoid neck rot and things like that. There are different types of garlic, so these are being sort of prepared. You can buy shop garlic, but it's a 50-50. We've grown it on here before, it's been fine. Sometimes it can die, if it's a sort of a really wet winter. Elephant garlic likes a little bit more protection sometimes. It's a little bit more tender, the really big one, but it's been okay on these plots. Okay, so yeah, let's get going. So all we're going to do is we just push the spade in, pull back, pop the garlic down, so I'm about a centimetre or 2 below the surface, push it back. Okay, so again, 1, 2, pop it in, push back, that's it. Okay. generally speaking, with bulbs, you go twice the depth of the bulb, okay, when you're planting, or 3 times the diameter is okay. Okay, and there you go. That's it. Okay, that's my garlic. And of course, the next thing we're going to do is to pop a label in the end, because that's often we forget to do that, and it's really annoying because you move your line across and you forgot where you planted it. So we'll pop a label in. So I'm going to put Allium sativum in the end, or you could just write garlic, probably even better. But I'm going to put the variety Germidor, because that's important, because if that does really well, you want to remember what which garlic did well, you know, or Casablanca, or whatever you're planting. And I'm going to put the date, of course, on the back, just there, 22nd of October. Pop it in the end of the row. You can obviously use bigger labels if you want, and then you can move over. That's one thing. The other thing we want to do is we're going to do some broad beans on your plot, okay?